It's difficult to imagine that she's not just so embarrassed that, if it was me, I would be digging a hole and crawling down in it, because there's a limit to how incompetent you can be and still want to appear in public.
Would you vote for her?
No.
At the moment, no.
And you guys?
No, definitely.
No, absolutely
Not
no.
Lizzie.
No way.
No.
She's not gone the right way about things, you know, when she was a Prime Minister and stuff like that. And you don't really, you know, for the town and stuff, you don't really see her doing a lot.
Just give up. Give up. Call it a day. Like, just find something else to do. I'm sure there's jobs at like Tesco or something.
Peeps, it's a general election. Peeps, it's a general election.
Are we talking about Liz Truss?
We're in sunny South West Norfolk, where the MP is rather famous, but for all the wrong reasons. Liz Truss has been representing these constituents since the Tories came to power in 2010, but that could all change on July the 4th. We're asking people if they've lost trust in Truss.
I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
What do you think about the fact that she's running again to be an MP?
I'm astounded is the only word. I can't imagine anybody ever in their wildest dreams voting for her. I mean, she's the only one that's a real joke, isn't she? Well, we saw the posters when we drove up here, and as I said to my partner, you know, could those be left over from the last election? Because surely she wouldn't have the nerve to stand. I mean,
she seemed a bit, I wouldn't say narcissist, but one instance, I'm sure everybody remember this, when she came back from China and talked about the pork market she opened up, and she stood there waiting for the applause, which didn't come. You know, she was looking for that, oh, look how good I am.
It seems that she probably will get back into her seat here in South West Norfolk.
I don't think she deserves it.
What do you think about the fact that she's even running to be an MP?
I think it's terrible. I think it's, you know, it's shameful that she even thinks that she deserves a place here.
I would never vote Tory, because Tory is an Irish word for bandit.
And what do you think of your local MP?
Liz Truss is a complete waste of space. I have emailed her during the COVID rubbish lots of times and got nothing but a stock response. So she doesn't care, she doesn't answer or read communications, so stuff her.
There's no doubt that she does care about the community, but she's just not very good. I think there are people who, they'll vote for Conservatives or Liz Truss no matter what you say or do. They don't really look at the manifesto, what they've done, what they stand for, or the future of young people, or the green issues. They're just, you know, dyed-in-the-wool Conservatives or Labour. I don't agree with that.
she seems oblivious to it all. Maybe she doesn't realise her level.
Do you think anyone will vote for her?
Possibly her granny. I mean, it's the sort of thing, grannies forgive you for anything, don't they? But it depends. What sort of IQ level is your voters? It's got to be. It's got to be in single figures to think that she's competent enough.
Peeps, it's a general election. Peeps, it's a general election.
People's free to run for whatever job they want to go for. But as I said before, if you do a job personally in the real world and you make a complete balls up of it, you're sacked. You don't get moved on to we'll give you a nice little cushy job in the corner and then you can vote for me again and I'll do the same again for you.
Do you think the Tories should have told her that she couldn't run here?
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
it would have been
Everyone's
a bit more,
got a choice to run.
yeah.
But to be honest, who's going to do it?
It's like people in this area, they don't know any other person to vote for, because she's that known person to this area and she's been there for years and years. So it's that not knowing that there's something better out there, better than her.
It is a town that's very stuck in its ways and very
Old town, old-fashioned.
Are you hopeful that your life will change under a Labour government?
Yes. Because right now it's not working. Any sort of change in terms of cost of living would be great, even if it's just reducing a little bit of tax or, just something to, because every penny counts at the moment. There's a lot of things that I used to buy that now I don't because I can't afford it, so there's no, it's sort of like I'm living to exist, not living to live. So
will you vote on July the 4th?
To be honest, I was just having a conversation with my other half. I'm going to have to do some actual research into the manifestos and make a decision based on that. But I feel like every single party has their flaws, and I don't want to vote for something that I don't fully believe in. So at the moment, I really don't know.
I've voted Labour all my life, but I don't know if I can trust them now.
For you, what is it about the Labour Party that's changed? Do you think it's their ideals that's changed? What is it that...
Got too much like the Tories. You can't trust them. You just cannot trust any of them.
So what's the alternative?
No, I'm torn.
Okay.
I've toyed with the idea of voting for an independent.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, nobody is truly independent. I know that they break away from the... They don't have to go with along the party lines, but nobody's truly independent.
And what do you think of your MP, who's been the MP here for a while now, Liz Truss?
Sitting MP.
Your sitting MP.
Well, I've never met her. She's been in power now for God knows how long, 14 years. I saw her for the first time twice in a week. Twice in a week.
Nice surprise?
Nice surprise, but I thought, where have you been for 14 years? You certainly haven't been here.
What would a candidate have to promise to get your vote?
Well, it's to do with immigration, I think. That's the thing that I'm interested in as such. And I think we have too many immigrants coming into the country.
How does immigration affect your life?
Well, I suppose at the end of the day, it affects my life because I think that it's not just personally me, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of people, what should I say, are struggling, and we've got immigration, people coming in, and all the aid seems to go to them.
But the people who come over on the small boats, right, that's a really dangerous journey to make. Do you not think they would only be making that journey if they were in a really, really difficult...
If they were desperate. Okay, but then again, if at the end of the day they didn't come, then it would be the people who are getting the money, like crooks. Okay, well they're the people who are getting the money. That's to me is wrong.
In the last 15, 20 years, there has been one government after another blaming it on the previous government, and that's exactly what's going to happen with Labour.
Yeah.
When they win. I'm saying when because
Well,
they
probably
they're
will.
going to blame it on the Tories
for the next 20
for
years.
the next 20 years, and it's like a vicious circle. So like my wife said, I don't trust any politician these days because they're all liars, and that's come out in the last 5 years. They're just
even before they can just do a U-turn on something that they've been promising for months, and we're not allowed to sort of say, well, you promised us that, but you're not actually. Well, Nick Clegg is a good example, isn't it, with the students and all that, and they just get on with it. They just do whatever they want to do, honestly.
No matter how good you are, you can't recover 14 years of losses in 4 years of... So you get in, you do wonderful things, right, 4 years. You can't recoup 14 years of misrule. And so people are going to say, oh, look at him, he hasn't solved all the problems.
Have you decided who you're going to vote for in the election?
I have, yeah.
And who's that?
James Bagg.
And is James Bagg, what party is he from?
Well, I don't know what party he's from, but I don't agree with Elizabeth Truss, so that's
why don't you agree with her?
Because I just don't like how she's done what she's done. She's not gone the right way about things.
Do you think she did a good job as Prime Minister?
No, not really. No.
And as a local MP, is she good?
Reasonable. That's it.
I feel like you're voting for Liz, but you don't want to say.
No.
Why do you think she thinks she can run again?
All I'll say is she's got a sense of humour.
Peeps, it's a general election. Peeps,
I think her time has come. I think she should find something else to do with her time.
What would you recommend her do with her time?
Gardening.